On your screens, you have Helena Daet, who led the team at 13 points in their last match, serving as the only player from the Blue Eagles at double digits. We have a lot to expect coming from this girl as she has been consistently a top scorer. On the other hand, you have Erin Soto, who scored 7 points along with her teammates Laag and Tan Chun Bin. She is a strong defensive player on the net, which we will witness later on. Now, both Erin and Helena were top scorers in their last face-off with each other, so we are definitely guaranteed a good matchup between these two teams. And we are on the last stretch of today's quadruple header with the UST Junior Golden Tigresses versus the Ateneo Blue Eagles here in the Paco Arena. These two came from losses last Sunday, so you can already picture how hard these girls are going to redeem themselves today. I am Kit Kat Torre. Welcome back to the UAAP Season 88 Girls Volleyball Tournament, and I will be calling the play-by-play action that these girls have for us today. Let's take a look at our team standings. Over at the top one spot, still with no losses, are the Adamson Lady Baby Falcons. Following them, we have the NUNS Lady Bullpups at 8-1, the DLSC Junior Lady Spikers and the FEUD Lady Baby Tamaraws both at 5-4, the UST Junior Golden Tigresses at 4-4, UPIS at 3-6, the Ateneo Blue Eagles at 1-7, and the UE Junior Lady Warriors still looking for that first win here in Season 88. We are looking at the top 5 spot going against the top 7 spot, and we have yet to see who will come out strong in this match. In the first round,
this is match number 36 of the girls division. Let us now meet our officials for this match. First referee, Justin Raven Cruz. Second referee, Philip Nunez. And now introducing our starters. First, for the University of Santo Tomas Junior Golden Tigresses. Beginning with their setter number 1, Andrea Tanchun Bing. Outside hitter number 3, Taj Teves. Another outside hitter number 12, Rochelle Olagir. Middle blocker number 13, Pau Silvestre. Another middle blocker number 14, Rizel Laag. Opposite hitter number 16, Mishka Estrada. Starting libero, number 8, Riza Abayon. And the head coach of UST, Emilio Kung Fu Reyes. And now let us meet the starters for the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. Starting off with their middle blocker number 1, Gian Damian. Another middle blocker, number 4, Luan Atienza. Setter number 5, Jonah Ahon. Outside hitter number 8, Ainsley Santiago. Another outside hitter there, team captain number 10, Helena Dait. Opposite hitter number 13, Aubrey Tai. Starting libero number 15, Thistle Chebat. And the head coach of Ateneo, Babes Castillo.
let's take a look at the UST starting lineup. We have Estrada, Teves, Olagir, Laag, Silvestre, Tan Chunbing, and Abayon as our first libero. Over on the Ateneo side, we have Coach Babe's usual suspects, Damian, Santiago, Ahon, Tai, Dait, Atienza, and Shibat suiting up as libero for today's match. Over on your screens, you have Damian, all smiles, and Esteves on the other side. UST will be serving up the ball to cue the start of our match. Tan Chunbing now serving. That's to the end. Set to the back row. And Diet sends it to the back. Quick set. And there was no one there to take that second ball. This is a good start for the UST Junior Golden Tigresses. One serving 0. Good service. Sets it quick. And that's a drop ball point for Gian Damian. Ahon now at the service line. That's a long service. Set to the quick, off the hands of the block. Ahon sets it to the open, and that's a top spin attack. Sets it to the open once more, and that is a point for Olagir. The Ateneo Blue Eagles are able to get the balls and the attacks of the UST off the hands of their blockers, but their coverage needs to work on that some more. Ahon sets it to the open. It's alive, and that's a joust at the net by Laag. Quick reflexes there. Three serving 1. Good receive. And that was a good attempt of Abayon to try and save that ball. Santiago now ball in hand, getting ready to serve. And that goes straight into the net. That is the first service error of this match. And hopefully the Blue Eagles will be able to avoid this, because it was errors like this that really caused them to lose in their previous game last Sunday. Good service to the back row. That's a quick set, but Damian was just out of reach from that ball. Laag still serving, 5-2. Good save by Shabat. Daet takes a try. Ahon sets it once more. And that is out. Daet takes that point. Coming off a check ball. Damian serving 3-5. Sets it to the open, and it goes across the court. That's a sharp spike coming from Teves. Estrada now serving for the Golden Black. That was a misreceive off the hands of Santiago. Good try for Ahon trying to lift that ball up. Estrada serving once more, 7-3. Ahon saves it. Tan gives it a try, but that is an attack error. She was a little out of position there, which made it a little more difficult to find a way around that attack. Estrada still serving. Shabat runs for it and it's alive. Daet. And that is a no-go for the blue shirts. UST is on a run right now at a 6-point lead against the Ateneo Blue Eagles. And that is an ace for Estrada. With all these errors, Coach Bays will be calling for a timeout. The Ateneo Blue Eagles girls volleyball team is a relatively new team, so Coach Babe is really testing out the chemistry and the mixture of where the position is players. And Chabat actually suited up with the Spikers in their last game, so it's refreshing to see her as a libero today. And that is another ace for Estrada. No momentum was ruined there for this golden girl at the service line. 11 serving 3. That is a sharp serve. The third consecutive service ace for Estrada. Substitution on the Ateneo side. Santiago checks in for Del Prado. And that goes into the net, ending that ace streak for Estrada. But she really served up those balls really well. Now putting UST at an 8-point lead. Tai is at the service line now, serving for Ateneo. Good receive. Sets it. And that's a free ball for Ateneo. Will they take advantage of it? And they do! At the hands of Atienza with that quick attack. That back row of the UST court was undefended. And Atienza really took advantage of that. 5 serving 12. That's another quick set. And that's a drop ball. Quick reflexes from Tevez. It's that kind of back-to-back net coverage that you need, especially when the ball hangs around the net's vicinity. Good receive. Attack to the cross court by Olagir. She was already out of position but still managed to send that ball over. Service to the back row. Ahon bump set. Free ball for the UST. Cross-court attack from Silvestre. Thistle's really trying her best here. Really going for that ball. 15 serving 5. And that is an outside ball, granting a free point for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, cueing a strong server in the form of Helena Dait, now at the service line. Helena scored 3 service aces, but just like that, her serving reign is done. Another strong attack from Silvestre. And that sails out. Ateneo needs to take advantage of these breaks in the UST's momentum and to really try to build their own momentum from that. Atienza now at the service line. Quick set. Good cover. And that's an attack from Dait in the back row. An attack error coming from Laag. A little miscommunication there with the height of the set. Eight serving 16. And that's an ace with an assist from the net. Atienza still serving for the blue and white. That's a long ball. Sets it to the open. Cross court. That ball is alive. And Santiago will take a try. But that's a little too much power for her. Full rotation for UST with Tanchun Bain back in the service line. This will be a chance ball for UST. Will they make the most out of it? Alon was there. Dait tries from the back. Bayon sets it. And that's a cross court. Dait was there. Santiago once again. Good net defense by Damian. You could really see her following that ball up and down the net. Ahon now at the service line. Back set. Cross court. One hand dig by Dait. Damian drops it over. And that was an off the block hit by Olagir. Olagir now in the back row at the service line. 18 serving 10. And that hits the white band and rolls off the net. Another chance for Ateneo to get a fire going here. Santiago now serving. Sharp serve. Quick attack. Set to Dait, but it's not enough. That was a little miscommunication, but it happens. Laag serving for UST. 19 serving 11. Good bump. That's a free ball for UST. Sets it to the open. Cross court hit. And that's a check ball from Santiago. Coach Babes calls for another timeout in the first set. We are back in the ball game. Still, many errors plaguing the Ateneo Blue Eagles. They really need to try their best to limit this in order to chase that score of the UST Junior Golden Tigresses. Laag still serving. Good receive. Alon sets it up. Santiago. Tie rather. Too much strength, but not enough angle. (21) serving 11. Good receive. Daet off the hands of the block. UST keeps it alive. That's a drop ball. Another one. Santiago over the tie, but the timing wasn't there. A little too early for that ball. But you can really see the improvement in the floor defense of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. All of them moving cohesively to follow that ball. Good receive from Chabat. Daet blocked. Damian keeps it alive. Alon brings it over. Ahon rather. Off the hands of the block. Tie to Daet. And that sails out. It's really important to remain behind the ball when attacking to ensure that the ball won't float upward. And that's a service ace for Lag. Lag's been at the service line for many consecutive points and game sequences now. Good service. Daet attempts it, and that's a point off the hands of the block. They have 12 points to chase here. But it isn't over till it's over. Damian serving. Brings it to the open. Good receive. Ahon to the open. And that ball lands onto the line. And with that, UST takes the first set of our last match of the day. You can see the score here, 25-12. The Ateneo Blue Eagles still struggling to get their footing in the first set. Over here we have the UST Junior Golden Tigresses feeling calm and composed after taking that first set win with a wide point margin. Over on the other hand, we have a more serious huddle, but Coach Babe still lifting the moods of the girls. Let's take a look at our statistics. We have 11 attacks opposed to the 6 of Ateneo. No block points on both ends. 6 aces from the Junior Golden Tigresses, which really helped them continue their momentum. And as I said, the 8 errors coming from the side of the Ateneo Blue Eagles are really dragging this team down. They really need to limit it in this second set. And right now we have Estrada, our top scorer for the UST side with 5 points. And over on the other hand, we have Damian, our fearless net defender with 3 points from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Ateneo will be starting off our set with Atienza at the service line. Good receive. Santos sets it a little over, but this ball is alive. A little miscommunication on the end of UST, granting that point to the Ateneo Blue Eagles. And that ball goes a little too wide on the left, returning that free point to UST. We have a few new faces checking in for the Junior Golden Tigresses. Good receive. Bumps it to the back row. And that attack falters. UST will really start to build off of this momentum now that they have it on their side. As Santos serves it up. Good attack from Damian. Back row, top spin. Damian brings it up. Rubin was there. That was a quick attack coming from Estrada. Really racking up those points here. That combination play threw off the Ateneo blockers. And it was successful for UST, as that was a service ace for Santos. Three serving one now. That ball goes over. Santos sets it to Soto. First point for Erin Soto here in today's match. Tomanan checks in for Dait. Santos still serving 5-1. Ahon sends it to Santiago. Short attack. Santos to the back row. And that lands on the line. Ahon now serving for Ateneo. 2-5. And that goes into the net. Pelaez now in the service line. Short serve. Ahon to the open. And another timing error for Thai. It's a slow start for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, but they have 5 points to catch up to if they want to take this set. That's an ace for Pelaez. And that sails out. Now with this free point for Ateneo, let's hope that they capitalize off this. Santiago now serving. And she returns that point to the UST Junior Growling Tigresses. Erin Soto now at the back row getting ready to serve. And yet another ball that goes right past the end line. Damian now hoping to cue a game sequence for us. Good service. Santos to the open. Good cover. Back set. And that goes just a little past the line. Good attempt on Thai. On the contrary, as per the first referee, that was a check ball. The point goes to the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Damian serving once more. A little close to the net. Quick attack. Joust. Ahon. Cross court. Santos. UST is really capitalizing off their height here. And that attack goes out. The UST is cheering really loud here in the Paco Arena. And Damian ends her service streak there. The Blue Eagles were able to catch up now at a 4-point margin between the two teams. Estrada serving. Gomez was there. Ahon, that's a free ball. Back set. And that was a beautiful running attack by Mendoza. Really eyeing that zone 1 corner. Daet checks back in for Tumanan. (11) serving 6. And that just tips off the white band and goes straight down. It is all up to Ateneo now to heat things up here. Tie at the service line. And yet another service error. UST captain Kim Rubin now seeing some action in today's match. Powerful serve. Back set to Diet. And she gets denied by the UST blockers. Rubin serving once more. Good receive by Gomez. Free ball. And yet another. And that was a good attempt at a regalo attack coming from Daet. But the timing was just a little bit off. Rubin still serving. Good receive. Daet takes a try. Good cover. Good adjust. Gomez sets it to the back row. Santiago, good adjust there. And that was on the line. Timeout on the side of Ateneo. It's an 8-point game here in the Paco Arena between the UST Junior Golden Tigresses versus the Ateneo Blue Eagles. We still have Kim Rubin at the service line. 15 serving 7. That's an over receive. It's alive. And that's a chance ball. Santos to the open. And that's a down the line attack coming from Pelaez. Kim Rubin sends it straight into the net. We have the Ateneo captain now serving, Elena Daet. Santos sets it up. Good dig. Santos once again to the open. Off the hands of the block. Ahon quick. Good defense by Daet. Santiago takes a try. And that sails out. Laag checks in for Mendoza. As she now serves. Short ball. Set to the open, Santiago. That is a net touch violation from the front row of UST. With Erin Soto at the front row, Ateneo needs to be more strategic with their attacks. Ahon to the quick. And Damian tips it over. Atienza now serving 10-17. Santos. Damian was there to say no entry to Santos. Atienza still serving. And that goes out onto the side of the court. Santos now at the service line. Long ball. Ahon to the open. Santiago brings it cross court. Open as well. It's saved. Santos back set. Good save by Diet. Back row tie. A combination play. And Estrada scores through that block. UST is now up by 8. Santiago tries. And she succeeds. Her cross-court attacks have been getting sharper and sharper with each attempt. Really making the UST back row work for it. Ahon now at the service line. Long serve. Santos quick set to Soto.
Number 10, Elias out.
Teves checks in for Pelaez and heads straight to the service line.
Serving for UST, Taj Teves.
Good serve. Received by Gomez. Back row from Diet. And that goes straight into the net. She was a little off angle there, which made it more difficult for her to get that right positioning to hit the ball. That was a float serve from Teves. It really just hovered over the net. Timeout from Coach Babes on the side of Ateneo. It was a long and serious timeout over on the side of Ateneo. Ten-point lead here for UST. Teves still serving. Good receive by Gomez. Sets it to Santiago. Off the hands of the block. Good coverage. Tie. Cross court. Santos to the open. Blocked. Estrada. Gomez saves it. And that was a miscommunication between Daet and Santiago, who both went for that ball. Tevez still serving. Erin Soto with that regalo attack, taking advantage of that over receive and utilizing her height. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Erin Soto is actually the tallest player here in the UAAP Season 88 Girls Volleyball Tournament, and she just sent this match into set point. Santos sets it to Soto, who ends this match with that drop ball. Another set that finished at 25-12. UST still continues to be dominant in their attacks, even with their second stringers coming into the court. On your screens, we have the UST Junior Golden Tigresses. All smiles. Over on the other hand, we have the Ateneo Blue Eagles with their coaches trying to lift up the morale of the team. Let's check out these stats. The errors have almost doubled on the side of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Meanwhile, the attacks of the UST Junior Golden Tigresses remain above and ahead by 4 points. And their three aces really also aided in securing that second set. We have another set ahead of us now. Stay tuned and let's see what these girls have got for us. Estrada still on top with 8 points for the UST Junior Golden Tigresses. And on the other hand, we have Damian. We really saw how much effort she put into scoring those points, both in defense and offense. Her efforts are really being utilized by Coach Babes here. Bring her back on the front row. UST now will cue the start of their third set, and they will hope to make it their last. Tan Chun Bing now serving. Ahon to the middle. Over the net. Ahon to the open. Santiago tries. Good defense. Olagir was there for that top spin attack over the blockers. One serving 0. Short serve. Ahon brings it to Santiago. And that goes out. Coach Babes on the side reminded the girls to clip their hands when they spike to make sure their attacks have angle. Ahon brings it to the back row as Daet. Her attack hits the white band and recoils back into their court. UST on a 3-0 run now with Tan Chun Bing still serving. Strong serve. Damian. Santiago keeps it alive. Ahon sends it over. but it was not within the bounds of the net.
Point for UST.
These 4 points from UST came mostly from the errors of Ateneo. Good receive by Daet. Santiago takes attempt. Sets it to the open. Olagir. Quick. Ahon to Santiago. Into the net once again. Coach Babes calling for a substitution. Del Prado checking in for Santiago. Five serving 0. And that sails out. Ateneo can only hope that that disrupts the UST momentum. Ahon now serving. Out of system play here, but Olagir makes the most out of it and converts that attack. UST is up by 5. Ahon brings it to tie. Teves with that cross-court corner hit. Olagir now serving. 7-1. Good receive from Gomez. Back set. And Estrada brings it home. Timeout from Coach Babes. Coach Babes does not look happy with his team's performance. Estrada, on the other hand, looking cool and composed after she just hit that attack down the line. Service from UST. Ahon. And that attack does not go over the net. And that is a 4-touch violation. Good service from Olagir. Back set to Daet. She makes the most of it. Open to Teves. Good block. Estrada tries. And that down the line was all it took for UST to now be at a 9-point lead. Olagir still serving. 10-1. Quick attack from Damian. Sets it up to Teves. Good cover. Daet was there. Free ball. And that was an attack from Lag. UST used that free ball to make a play, and it was successful. That ball serves out right next to the sideline. Del Prado now serving 2-11. Good receive. Quick attack from Lag once again. The setter chemistry that Tan Chun Bing and Lag have is the one that'll really secure all those consistent quick hits. Lag now serving. It's a 10-point match. Good receive from Chabat. Diet goes. And that is a point for the UST Junior Growling Tigresses. Good serve from Lag. Ahon sets up a play. Tai brings it over with a bump. Back set. And that ball does not touch any hands. That is a 4-touch violation. Damian now at the back row getting ready to serve. That's a long ball. Sets it up to Teves. And that is a sharp shot to the center end line. Multiple substitutions coming in for UST. Sanchez coming in to serve along with Pelaez. The UST volleyball system has proven time and time again that they produce some of the best players of the UAAP. After we witnessed throughout this whole game how Coach Kung Fu really rotates his players throughout each set, and all of them provide consistent outputs. That is a service error coming from Tai. Short serve from Teves. Ahon sets it quick. Atienza hammers it down the line. Five serving 15. Back set, drop ball. Shabat was there. Tai brings it over as free. Quick attack from Silvestre. And she converts. Ahon getting ready to call plays here. At Silvestre serves. Good bump. Good adjust by Atienza. Through the block by Olagir. Captain Daya trying to lift the spirits of her teammates. 17 serving 5. Good receive. Sets it to the open. Cross court. Olagir. And that floats out of the court. Back set. And Pelaez with that cross-court attack. She now serves. Back to the tie from the back row. Drop ball. Sanchez pulling in a few quick tricks up her sleeve. Another timeout on the side of Ateneo. Coach Babes telling his players to work on their back row defense, to really dive for that ball. Pelaez now getting ready to serve. Short ball over the net though. Quick attack from Laag. Good shot from Atienza, but it goes back. Damian rather. Ahon to the open. Sets it up to the open as well. And Olagir sends a sharp attack to the front row, where Ateneo was missing a floor defender. That goes over, and that ends in favor of Ateneo. This game is not over as Ahon gets ready to serve. It's a 13-point game. Good service from Ahon. Olagir off the hands of the block. Damiancos, and she delivers. Still serving for the blue and white. Ahon, 8-20. And that's an ace for Jonah Ahon. Long serve. UST adjusts, but it's a free ball. Will Ateneo try to take it, but Laag was there at the ready for Damian's expected attack. Good service from Olagir. Back set to Del Prado. And that has a little too much power in it as it flies out. Good serve. Ahon quick to Damian. Sanchez back set. And that sails out.
Attack goes out.
Ateneo 12 points to tie. UST 3 points away to win.
22 is set and it's tied. Number 16, Mishka Estrada.
Estrada checks back in.
Luisa Del Prado, serving for Ateneo.
Long serve from Del Prado. Sets it to the quick to Lag, who opts for a drop ball attack over the hands of Damian. She went for strategy over strength with that attack. Those are really the tough calls you need to make as a front row attacker. Ahon sets it to Daet. Good cover from Laag. Teves tries and through the block it goes. And that sends it to match point.
The Junior Golden Tigresses are now at match point. Starting the match.
Lag now serving. Will this be the last point? It will not, says tie.
Substitution for Ateneo.
Viola checks in for Damian. Ateneo has 13 match points to chase. Good receive. Back set. Estrada ends it and takes home that crown for the girls from España. That was an absolutely stellar display on both ends. But the UST Junior Golden Tigresses take home the win in 3 straight sets. The UST fans are loud and proud here today in the Paco Arena. All the UST players really played their heart out today, proving once again the UST volleyball program is truly a dominant one. Let's take a recap back on those 3 sets: 25-12, 25-12, and 25-11. The consistency that UST has to limit those points, but one player stood out today, and it is none other than Maria Cassandra Eliana Estrada of the UST Junior Golden Tigresses, scoring 12 points, consisting of 5 attacks, 2 blocks, and 5 aces. We have more volleyball action coming to you on Sunday, November 9 in the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. 9 a.m. we have the FEUD Lady Baby Tamaraws going against the Adamson Lady Baby Falcons. Following this is the UE Junior Lady Warriors against the DLSZ Junior Lady Spikers. In the afternoon, we have UPIS Fighting Maroons going against the Ateneo Blue Eagles for a battle of Katipunan. And finally, at 3 p.m., you have the UST Junior Golden Tigresses against the NUNS Lady Bullpups. And there you have it, Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. I am Kitka Torre, and this has been the UAAP Season 88 Girls Volleyball Tournament. See you all on Sunday.